Welcome to my other world. Today we are going to explore the not usual Tokyo areas. If you are like me, who loves coffee, history, culture, and design, and exploring it on your own, you might like my travel stories. So come and join me. I'm always excited when I'm at airports. It always provides you a sense of excitement and positive anticipation of your trip. It's not my first time in Tokyo, but I just love going back. The first order of business when I got near my hotel is to have coffee. And I discovered this coffee shop by accident. And little did I know that it's located in a creative hub or a building. There's even a gallery upstairs. I was seduced to explore, and I was a bit skeptical and scared to enter. When I reached the topmost floor, where the gallery is located, I met a designer who is exhibiting his work, and I like one of his bags. Unfortunately, they are not available until the end of the month. In the coffee shop, I ordered my usual favorite, oat latte. And little did I know that this coffee shop, because it doesn't have any signage outside, is the same brand that I visited in Shibuya. It's called Supreme Coffee. Midori.So also has a mini hotel nearby, just a walking distance. And I really like the concept of combining design, coffee, co working, and accommodation. In a very quiet area in Tokyo called Nihonbashi, and I appreciate the fact that there are areas or cafes like this that is thriving and popular among young locals. I spent a little while because I wanted to enjoy the cold outside and enjoy the street scene. We are on our way to a shop that sells toys, which I'm not necessarily a fan of initially. Yes, it is a toy store. The facade may be unusual because it looks so chic. Inside, you will think, is this it? Until you turn right and you see a life size military tank and a coffee shop behind it, also by Tamiya. You realize that you are in a very big flagship store of a toy. Even if you're not a Tamiya fanatic, I'm sure you will find something that you will like because the store has different sections. It has military, it has bikes, it has cars, it even has space themed Tamiya toys. I would say that the store was set up like a gallery, at the same time a stock room that will make you feel like everything that you need is here. This Tamiya Pla Model Factory Tokyo will be the place to see the latest plastic and RC models, mini four-wheel drives, and construction series kits. It is envisioned as a hub that showcases modeling culture to the world that can be enjoyed by existing Tamiya fans, but also their families and friends and other newcomers to the brand, including myself. If you are really serious about building your RC models, This is also the perfect place to get parts, tools, and other equipments to build your own model at home. Being a fan of miniature models, because I build my own physical models for my profession, I like building houses and buildings. I am fascinated by what I'm seeing. For me, seeing small objects gives you the opportunity to create your own mini world. Being a flagship store, this is also a venue for Tamiya like minded people to gather and share ideas. And it's not only building RC models at home, you can actually build your own model in a very huge gathering space that can be enjoyed by kids and kids at heart. Since I'm a neophyte in Tamiya culture, I would assume that those four little things are the ones that is attached to the racetrack. You can see through the window of the shelves how big the place is. It also has a souvenir section where you can get tumblers, pens, stickers, and many more. I was curious to try the Tamiya cafe. It's just that there's a coffee shop that I want to try that is located nearby. I'm definitely excited to build this if I find the time. Wish me luck. Just across the Tamiya shop, I stumbled upon Spark. If you're a car enthusiast and you like their models, this is the place to be. We will definitely visit Spark next time. For now, we're on our way to the next coffee shop. I really like where I am now. It is called Shinbashi. Somehow, it is very quiet. But I also noticed that this is an office area. I know that Streamer Coffee Company has other branches in Tokyo. This one is the nearest to my hotel. It's just that this branch is part of a lobby of a building, but I'm sure they offer the same quality and goodness as the other branches. So far, the pastries on display look appetizing. I'm actually tempted to try one of them. I ordered the flat white in oat milk, and all I can say, Streamer Coffee Company lives up to its good reputation. It was really, really good. Many coffee shops have their suppliers of pastries, so I didn't expect much, but the chocolate donut was also as good as the coffee. Right now, I'm the only customer in the cafe and I'm enjoying this very peaceful setting. You may think that I may be a coffee connoisseur, but I am not. It's just that I like the smell and aroma of coffee. But if you are, you can also buy different kinds of beans in steamer coffee. The other reason why I chose this branch of steamer is because it's in close proximity to the building that I want to see, even just from the outside. What makes this building special is that it celebrates emergency exits. You notice that all the stairs are wrapping the entire building, which is very, very interesting.
六本木都庁前経由光が丘行きが到着します。ドアから離れてお待ちください。
I took the train to go to Roppongi. It's not my first time here. I remember coming here for the first time and it already gave me an impression that this is the place for the affluent. I have been to this same spot probably 7 to 8 years ago. I'm liking it now because it's not so crowded at this time of the day, but I'm still feeling nostalgic. Roppongi Hills is considered a premier luxury city within a city in Tokyo, so going around here feels a bit different. You walk on landscape paths and beautiful streetscapes. Suddenly I remembered that I was here last year. I even had a blog about it when I visited the Mori Art Museum shop. Tokyo Midtown and Roppongi Hills is a big area. We are on one side of this district. And now you will notice an air of elegance in the place because Roppongi Hills is known for luxury shopping, Michelin dining, and modern art living. That is the reason why you have a lot of art centers here. As you walk towards Design 2121, there's a park where you can see people enjoying a leisurely walk or just hanging out. The main reason why we're here is because I wanted to revisit Design 2121, designed by Tadao Ando. He's a Japanese architect famous internationally because of his mostly concrete buildings. While I'm very familiar with the architecture of the building, it's always good to see it again because you know that it was done and designed with careful thought and consideration with the surrounding landscape. You enter the building through a ticket booth and the museum shop. Right away, you're already enticed to look around and see what you can bring home as a souvenir. Even if you're not an architect, you will appreciate and see how the architect laid out the different elements in this space. You will realize that the building is actually underground the moment you look up to the windows. Just like a museum, this place has public areas and exhibition spaces. Unfortunately, the exhibition areas they don't allow cameras.
Maybe if it's not crowded, I would stay here for a bit to enjoy a quiet time and read one of the books that they displayed in this public table. I cannot directly shoot the objects because it's prohibited, but for now I'm giving you a preview of the exhibition space. Being an introvert, I always find solace and comfort in buildings like this because it feels like it's always teaching me something.
As you finish the tour, you will exit to the same path when you entered, where the museum shop is located.
Designer objects are expensive in general, so if you want something designed carefully, this is the closest thing that you can have. Design museum objects. If you've seen my previous vlogs, you know by now that I like museum shops because it provides unique items and objects that you won't find anywhere else. It's also an opportunity for me to find decor items for my projects, unique items. I remember back then, during my first time in this place, I would be excited to get many of the stationery items, even though I know that I'm not gonna use them. I really just use them as a souvenir. These are works by Issei Miyake. In my head, I would love to get one, whether it's a shirt or a bag. But the thing is, many of these items do not fit my personality. It fits my profession. That's why I like it. I'm especially fascinated by the branding of this building. Design 2121 has a strong 2121 signage in blue and white color. And then when you get inside, even the lockers for your umbrellas have the same look and color. Design 2121 changes exhibition topics, so there's always a reason to come back here. I decided to walk around the building, but I'm still in the same park.
Around this time, I started feeling thirsty, which reminded me of the shopping mall that is located around this park. The park is very small, so it's easy to go around, and you will notice that there's a bridge to cross, and I would assume that's the way going to the shopping mall. I notice how elegant the interiors are with the finishes and warm tones. You can really feel that you are inside an upscale shopping center. Aside from that, I really appreciate the presence of public art, whether it's big or small scale, they're everywhere.
I was actually looking for an iced tea place, but by luck, we stumbled upon a fruit shake shop, which I actually prefer because it is healthier. I decided to order strawberry shake because I've been missing the taste and flavor of strawberries, plus the fact that it's nutritious and I need vitamin C in this cold weather. because it's a bit sweet, but at the same time citrusy. I enjoyed it a lot.
Of course, when I travel, coffee shops are destinations for me, but as much as possible, I want to squeeze in healthy places where I can get healthy stuff as well. I took the train to go back to my hotel because I forgot something. And then as I was walking around, I noticed a cool modern coffee shop. I would say the moment I got in, I was welcomed by a very serene atmosphere, and I realized that it's not your typical coffee shop. There's only one barista in the store, and she was very friendly. She welcomed me by allowing me to smell the different varieties of beans on the table. I have to say that even watching her prepare my coffee, I find it very relaxing and peaceful. I would like to think that it's part of the overall experience of Azure. That also made me think, if this place is crowded, will it have the same effect? Or people will just keep quiet? It's in the nature of Japanese to always observe silence around them. What I'm starting to appreciate with this coffee shop is that it does not rush things. They really take it slow.
You can drink the small one and pour yourself.
Oh, okay, alright, thank you. My coffee is called Ethiopia Soil Project, which is a very natural scent. It has cranberry, peach, and jasmine. It was really very aromatic. The experience in this coffee shop is a bit ritualistic. You see them prepare your coffee and then instruct you how to drink it, and then you pour your coffee and then you smell it and then you drink it. I forgot to show you that the barista will instruct you how to smell the beans through the plastic. Actually, the plastic looks like a medicine bottle. Azuri was offering me something sweet to pair my coffee with, but around this time, I was already craving for something savory. I was thinking of going to 7-Eleven or any convenience store to get my favorite Japanese egg mayo. As I was about to go to the station, I saw from afar a coffee shop. Yes, another coffee shop. When I Google it, they offer an egg mayo, so I thought, why not try it? Of course, I wanted to try their coffee, but our main goal here is to try their Tamago sandwich. You can order the egg sandwich because it's a popular item in their menu. It has a mild Finnish egg salad taste with an accent of the anchovy paste that they incorporated. And I must say that I really enjoyed it because the flavor is so new to me and it's something that I imagine ordering again. Since it's a big sandwich, I'm really taking it slow and I want to appreciate the flavors of the filling or the egg mayo. When I took a bite of the sandwich, I noticed it's crispy outside and chewy inside. It's what they call a dog bread. And I asked the barista where it came from, and she said that they ordered their bread from Katane Bakery. As you explore the coffee shop, you will see some merch items, and I find it interesting that they're also selling Rice Krispies. I'm familiar with supposed design offices because I follow them in design magazines, and they also design one of the branches of this coffee shop, which I'm going to try the next time I'm in Tokyo. If you are a first timer in Tokyo, it's so easy to get around. You just need to download the Google Map application. Our next destination is about 30 to 45 minutes away from central Tokyo, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge because the moment you get off the train station, you will still have to take the bus to get to a beautiful park. You will know that you are at the right stop the moment you see a vast open park. It is called Kogane Park. Just make sure when you get off the bus, you need to find the right pedestrian crossing because it's not located near the entrance. Along the street, you will find the map of Kogane Park where you will find the location of our next destination. For me, I didn't mind walking a bit far because it also allows me to burn some calories and at the same time I can enjoy one of the beautiful parks of Tokyo. Can you imagine this place during spring or autumn? I bet it will be very lush and beautiful. We are now at the Edo-Tokyo Open Air Architectural Museum. I decided to visit this place because it's open air and I still want to enjoy the cool weather of Tokyo, and the best way to enjoy it is through a park, but at the same time it has architecture that we can actually visit. This spot is very similar to the park that we visited last year that also features historical buildings. You can check out my Tokyo 2025 vlogs. What makes this park different is that now it focuses more on Edo period buildings, which dates back to 1700s, but it also has some modern buildings around the park. The structures that you will see here are faithful reconstruction of Tokyo's old past, which are meant for us to experience and learn from. I think it's a great way to imagine how people lived back in the day. We are now inside the house of Takahashi Korikiyo, former Japanese Prime Minister, and perhaps this is the building that has a lot of emotions and painful history because this is where he was assassinated in 1936, specifically at the second floor. The building was constructed and finished in 1902 that blends Japanese influences with Western design. That's why you have some glass windows around. This is a house that feels more human because of the suffering that happened within its walls. We are now at the east zone of the park called Shitamachi Life and Collective Memory. It's like a narrow street of buildings that depict the Showa era downtown Tokyo. Here, you will find specialty shops during the time that supplied daily necessities. Shops open directly onto the street, thresholds for opening are very low, and the interiors feel very calm, very intimate, and very personal. If this is an accurate depiction of the shops before, you can really see how organized the Japanese were even back then. You can appreciate the product displays in beautifully crafted wooden shelves. The downtown will show you shops that sell flowers, stationery, kitchenwares, even paper umbrellas or parasols. This is a stationery shop and probably my favorite store in the street, and this is a perfect sample of what I was saying. You have an organized wooden drawers on the left which probably contains paper goods, brushes and inks, and you have a beautiful wooden open shelving on the right. We know that soy sauce is an integral part of Japanese dishes, so I'm not surprised that there is a Kodera soy sauce shop in the street. Look how organized the display shelves are. It almost reminds me of Aesop stores. This is probably the most modern structure in the street. which didn't excite me so much because it's very familiar and modern, the public bathhouse. Next to the public bathhouse is the Japanese old bar or kagiya. When you get inside, it has a very interesting layout with interesting objects around it. This is the time when I was on my way to the west section of the park, and you will see and encounter some structures scattered all over the park, such as this watchtower upper section of a fire station. We are now at the west zone of the park, which highlights suburban life, modernity, and experimentation. One of the standouts in this section is the Tokyo Wadai Photo Studio, wherein the architecture is Art Deco that is streamlined, modern version. That's why you have those curved corners. I was looking for the portholes but I didn't find any, but still, it's a beautiful Art Deco building. This is the house of Kunio Maekawa, my favorite house in the complex, and it was built in 1942. Maekawa was a former apprentice of the famous Le Corbusier, considered one of the fathers of modern architecture. This demonstrates how the Japanese embraces modern architecture or global ideas without losing Japanese sensibilities. I really enjoyed my time here. Now the question is this for everyone? I would think so, because if you want to enjoy a tourist spot wherein you are surrounded by history and it's not so crowded, I think this is a very good option. So it's something that you can try even though you're not an architect. You just need to absorb history and appreciate the past of Tokyo.
今度の4番線の電車は12時30分発快速。
Next destination is not the usual tourist spot because it is a community center. I think it deserves to be visited because it's enjoyed by many locals. I'm always curious how locals thrive and live in their city. This is Musashino Place. It's a combination of a library and a community center. Inside, it has facilities for lifelong learning, self-study, and activities for teenagers and young adults. It even has a cafe inside. You can easily notice the concept of the building, which are the rounded corners of its openings, whether it's an atrium that you look down to or you look up to, or an opening to another space, which is really impressive and very experiential. I don't think you have to be a student to come here because I've seen a lot of locals from different age groups that come here to relax, read newspapers, or just simply hang out. It's really more than a library or community center. It is a public plaza.
Green 車は4号車、5号車です。 車は神田東京の12停車。
I actually got lost around this time because I took the wrong train, so I decided to go back to Shinjuku just so I'll be at the center of Tokyo. Now that I'm Shinjuku Central Station, I wanted to try this pastry that people are lining for.
People really line up for the waffle, and I think their best seller is the waffle with the chocolate ice cream or sundae on top. Is it strange that I'm craving for something sweet before dinner? Am I alone in this regard? Because my friends find it a bit weird that I like sweet before something savory. Of course, I always like chocolate ice cream, but I also like the waffle because it's not your typical bread. It has some chewiness in it that has some sweetness as well.
We are at my hotel area because I've been wanting to try this restaurant nearby. If you're an introvert and traveling alone, entering this establishment was a bit awkward for me because everyone was a local and then they look at you when you enter the door. It's a good thing that the staff are very friendly and welcoming to me. The only challenge is that they have a hard time speaking and understanding English even with the application. So I had to use the menu so that I can make hand signals to point what I want from the menu. I was served with some fresh, delicious vegetables, but I was obligated to order some drinks. I'm not sure if this is customary or mandatory in all Japanese restaurants, but I did not mind at all. Kushikatsu or kushiyaki is a popular Japanese dish, like I said, originated from Osaka. It consists of a bite-sized meat, seafood, or vegetables that are skewered on bamboo sticks. It's dipped in batter coated in panko breadcrumbs and then deep fried until it is golden. I love fish in general, but the horse mackerel in this was really a struggle for me. Whenever I eat katsu, I love it when it has meat, but truly this is an experience for me because some of the katsu is vegetables and some of them are seafood. Since this joint is mostly enjoyed by locals, I noticed that they enjoy their food with beers. It's just that I didn't have the mood to have alcohol at this time. Everything was yummy and I enjoyed it with the Japanese rice. I'm sure I'll be craving for something sweet after this. I'm gonna end my day vlog with a visit to Corredo Mall. I just want to walk off what I ate, and this is just about 10 to 20 minutes walk from where I'm staying. It's ironic that Corredo Mall was also inspired by the Edo period architecture, but I won't explore this time because I want to have another reason to come back here. Since my goal is to have dessert, I explored the food court area, but I didn't find anything that interests me. And then I remembered that I saw a place near the entrance that is very light and can be an option for a travel treat. I was looking for something that I can bring to the hotel that I can enjoy as dessert and something that can serve as a travel treat. Understand it's a fried sweet potato and very familiar with it, but I wanted to try the Japanese kind, and at the same time I know that the Japanese always provide careful thought and preparation for every dish that they make. I think for now I'm gonna stick with their store specialty. If you are still here watching, I want to thank you for staying, and I hope that you will consider liking and subscribing because that will help my channel grow. Thank you again, and I hope to see you the next time I post another of my story.